In today's video, we're going to be breaking down every single thing you need to know when it comes to buying REPs using the agent Joyabuy. I'm going to be breaking down every single step and giving you all the information you need. There is no better video to watch than this one, so stick around. Let's get into this. Hi, my name is TJ and we talk all things REPs. It's officially 2025, so we've got an updated video for you all. I know I've already made a tutorial before. This one is going to break down the new features that have been added since the last one. And also I decided to go really all out into every single bit of information. So like seriously, there is no other video you need to watch. This is going to break down everything. But without further ado, now let's head on to the computer. Now you're watching my video just like this right now. All you're going to have to do is scroll down to the description and press the TJ Reps link and it'll open up a new page. Now this website has got literally every link you could possibly need. I just recently made a subreddit, so this is just right here for now. Usually it's not, but go join that if you want. And then the tutorial that you're watching right now will be here. But below that is where the good stuff is. This is my sign up link, which you guys can get up to 50% off of your shipping if you use. No other creator on YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, anywhere can offer you a discount this good. So what you're going to do is just click on that. It's going to open up Joyabuy's website. Just click the X on that. And then you're going to sign in just with your email. And then you're just going to create an account here, just like you would on any other website. Oh, and also make sure you verify your email address. It will send you an email, because if you don't verify your email, when it comes down to actually shipping out the items and you're looking for those coupon codes that I just said you'll get, they won't show if your account isn't verified. So make sure you verify your email. So now the next step is to actually start finding the items that you want. This video is actually going to be the first part of a bunch of different videos coming up over the next few weeks, where we break down everything you could possibly imagine when it comes to buying REPs, which one of those videos will be focusing on how to find the best quality items all over the internet, not just using the method we're going to show today. There will be a future video on how you can find the best quality items from anywhere on the internet, not just spreadsheets. So you're probably now like, what the hell is a spreadsheet? What are you even talking about, TJ? So let's go onto my spreadsheet and I will show you. Head back to tjreps.com and open that back up and scroll back down. And as you can see below that sign up link, we've got my 4,000 plus finds spreadsheet. There is over 4,000 different finds on here that you guys can use. So as you can see, I just clicked on it here. It's going to open you up onto the home page. Now the home page here itself is nothing too fancy. It has just got a bunch of information here, but we can skip over this for now. If you scroll down on the home page, these are all my sponsored links. These are not links that I've personally added. Yes, your boy's got to make some money, all right, guys? So don't hate on me for having sponsored links, but I have clearly marked these links out as sponsored. So honestly, guys, don't buy from this, all right? What you want to do is go down to the bottom of your screen, whether on a phone or a computer. There will be a section where you've got all the different categories, either at the bottom or at the top. And these are where you can find the rest and the remaining different items that I have actually personally added to my spreadsheet. Spreadsheets are a great way to find items that you want to buy. Basically, every single creator has their own. I personally think that mine is the best. I guess I got a little bias there, but I have put hundreds of hours into this. It has taken a very long time to find the best quality stuff. So if you're new into the space and you're looking just to get straight into it and get good quality REPs before having to do all the research and stuff and just dive straight in, this is a good starting point. But as I said before, there are many different ways to find REPs, which we'll talk about in a different video. So now take some time scrolling through the spreadsheet and really find something that you like. There's no rush. There's thousands of items. Take your time, find the shit that you want. Once you have found the item that you want though, what you're going to do is you want to press the link button here and then press the product link, whatever. It'll open up onto a new tab. Or if you're on your phone, it'll open up onto Safari or Google. Now here, as you can see, we have got a t-shirt. Shoes and clothing may vary the product page here a little bit, but is very self-explanatory because it's just basically the same as any online store. Here, as you can see, we've got all the different sizes and I'm going to select the extra large size because I'm a big boy. All right, guys. Once you've selected the size that you want, you're just going to press check and agree, and you have the choice to either buy now or add to your cart. Now, personally, when I'm creating hauls, I always add stuff to my cart rather than buying it straight away. That just gives me a better idea as to what I want. When you buy REPs, you need to buy them in hauls. And what is a haul? That's more than one item. We're talking about like 5 to 10 items, sort of minimum. The reason for this is the way that an agent works is that they actually make profit on the international shipping. Now, what has that got to do with any of this? Well, Joyabuy is an agent themselves. They don't make any profit on these items that we're buying here. None of these links here are sold at a higher price for them to make commission or profits. They basically just allow you to buy items that are only usually bought in China locally. They use your money that you've paid on the website, ship it to their warehouse, in this case the Joyabuy warehouse, and then they take photos of it called QC photos and then allow you to submit those items into a package together and ship it out. So the way they make money is by upselling their international logistics price. Now, if you're shipping just one item, it really isn't worth it because the price of your shipping is going to be just way too much. For example, let's say we're shipping out 1 kg worth of items. That's just like one hoodie, for example. The shipping on that might be $50 US, which is quite a lot just for one hoodie. However, let's say now we've got a 5 kg haul. Shipping might only be $100. So now let's take a look at that. That's $50 US per 1 kg if you're just shipping 1 kg. But if you ship 5 kgs all together, that makes it only $20 per kg. You see what I'm saying here? It's cheaper if you put together a bigger haul. But I do understand it is not compulsory. It is not something like that. And if you don't really care about spending money and you just want to trial it out, I can definitely understand that you want to just do something small. That is just something to keep in your mind when it comes to budgeting, buying your first RPs, etc, etc. Anyways though, heading back onto the screen, if we add it to the cart, it's going to show up in the cart icon here at the top of the screen. Here we're going to be able to see the list of every single thing that we bought. If we click on it, we're going to see everything that's in our cart, and it tells us a subtotal at the bottom. Again, it helps us keep the budget, and it helps you decide if you really want something, and you can mix and match and make sure you have the optimal perfect haul. But let's say we've added a bunch of stuff that we want. In this case, I'm just going to add this just for the purpose of the video, and we're just going to press view cart here. Now once we've done that, it's going to bring us up to this page. This is the cart page. What we're going to do is make sure everything's selected that we want to pay for. In this case, it's just one item, so it's easy like that, and we're going to press submit order. It just brings us to the next page here, where now we're going to have this little prompt show up. Honestly, you can just skip past this. It's nothing too important. Make sure that your location here at the top is to your country. I live in New Zealand, so mine is at New Zealand. If you live somewhere else, put it somewhere else. The reason why you do this is to make sure you actually can ship it to your country. As you can see, there are 8 different deliveries to New Zealand, so that's not a problem. And Joyabuy ships to basically every single country in the world, but it's always important to check that out, especially your first time. Now what you want to do is scroll down here, just press this little checkbox where it says I have read and agree, and then press proceed to checkout. Now on this page here, the different payment options are going to be shown. For me in New Zealand, they do not have PayPal available. I don't know why it doesn't show for us in New Zealand, but if you live in the States or other places, I'm pretty sure they have PayPal and different payment options compared to me. New Zealand is just small, so we don't get anything too special. We've just got all of these different payment options here. I will usually just do the debit and credit card thing. It's completely safe if you're worried about it. I use it myself personally when I'm topping up my balance, which I wouldn't recommend you guys to do. I'll explain that in a second. But yeah, the debit card is completely safe. You can check my Discord, which is also in the description. Join that up, ask questions, and you'll see everyone else is completely fine with it. It's totally safe. And if you're wondering why I have money in my balance, well, that's just because me being a creator, they top up my balance, which I can use to go and spend and make hauls, but I still pay for items myself when that balance runs out, and I just use the debit card normally. So once you filled out your card information, just press pay for order, and then it's going to pay. And now we'll say payment complete, and your order will be processed within 24 hours. So what are the next steps from here? So after that, just press my order. It's going to bring you to the orders tab here, and then this is where it's going to show you everything that you have ordered. Now that we're here onto this page, let me explain the whole entire UI of Joyabuy step by step, so you understand what each tab here means on the side. Starting at the top, we've got the user center. Now this is where you can see all your coupons. For you, you'll have many more than I do. And just for a cheeky hint, if you guys have made it this far in the video already, if you use the code TJReps here and press exchange, you're actually going to get an extra discount on top of the 50% off that you've already got from just signing up with my link. That's an extra one you can get. So that's a cheeky hint for you guys that have made it this far. The next tab down is your cart. We've already been through that. Then you've got your orders. We'll get back to that in a second. Then we've got the warehouse tab. This is where your orders will be placed once they've actually arrived at the warehouse. But again, I'll talk about that in a second. And then same with the parcel. This is when you've actually already submitted your hauls. You've also got your wallet where you can see all your previous payments, your top ups, your everything, every move when it comes to money, everything will be there, which is really good to keep track of. My credits and my tasks you can skip over, but inquiry, this is where you can create tickets and ask staff if you have a problem. Basically just the customer support portal, which is really good when it comes to inquiring about specific items. However, they also have a live chat. If you just press on the side here, you can open up this live chat and it'll do just the same thing if you're messaging them during the working hours of Joyabuy. The next tab down is your address. Now this is where you want to add your address right now whilst we're here. Add it right this second, because this is the easiest way to add it. Then later on, it's just better to put it here. I would like to reiterate though, make sure you do this right, because I have had multiple people message me saying that their parcels are being returned from their country because they put in their address wrong, and when it got to the country, the post didn't know where to send it to because you didn't do your address right. So make sure you put your address in correctly. Again, if you have questions, hit me up in the Discord or Instagram, whatever, all comments, anything. I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible, but make sure you put in your address right. But now let's head back to the orders page and break down what the next steps are. I'm just going to blur everything else out below here just so you can see exactly what is going on at this one here. So you can pretend that this is the only item that we've got in the warehouse, because I don't want you guys to get confused. As you can see, we just paid for it, so it's going to have the status as order pending. Over the next 3 to 5 days before your item arrives in the warehouse, it's going to go through a couple different status updates just so you know how it's moving along the process and how close it is to actually arriving at the warehouse. The next status update is going to be purchased just like here. What that means is someone from Joyabuy has used your money that you just paid for that item and gone and actually bought the item on the local website in China, and now the seller has got your information and will hopefully ship it out to the warehouse as soon as possible. Now once the seller has actually shipped the item towards the Joyabuy warehouse, the next status update is going to say seller sent. Typically this means the item is going to be there within the next 1 to 2 days. And then finally, once it has arrived in the warehouse, it is going to now say stored in the warehouse. So by this point, it's probably been a few days since you've actually placed the order. Once all your items have got the update status of stored in your warehouse, we can move on to the next step and actually ship the items out to your house. So what we're going to want to do is go to the warehouse section down on the side, and this is where everything that has been stored in your warehouse is going to be. Here you can view all of your QC photos, and we can go to the next step where we submit our parcels. But first, let's check out the QC photos of the items that we got. Now that t-shirt that we got was just an example. Here I've actually got some other items already in my warehouse for another haul that I'm doing for myself and my friends. But here we can scroll through the QC photos of every single item, see how they look, and if we're happy with them, we can keep them, and if they are bad, we can actually ask for a refund and a return. Now some items don't support refunds and returns, which is a little bit annoying. However, the majority of them do. I would like to reiterate though that you only have 5 days after the item has arrived in the warehouse for you to submit a refund. If you're wondering how you do that, what you're going to want to do is actually go back to the orders page, find that item that you want to refund. As you can see, there's a timer here. This means we've actually got only 3 days left to request a refund or an exchange, return, etc. But what you're going to do is just press on that button. I'm not going to do it because it will basically do it straight away, but you press on that button where it says return/exchange, and that'll start the returns process. You can get a different item. But let's go jump back onto the warehouse tab, and let's say every QC photo that we checked we're happy with and we want to ship it out to our house. So what we're going to want to do is go to the bottom of our screen here and press select all. This is going to select everything in the warehouse that is ready to ship, and then we're going to press the submit button. Do not press rehearsal packing. It is just a time waste. It is not needed, and also just costs extra money you don't need to spend. Just press submit, and then it'll open up to the next page. Now here in this blue and red box is going to be the address that we added earlier in the address section. Again, double check, make sure it's right, and once it is, you can start scrolling down and seeing all the items. So here's going to see every single item that you've selected. Make sure it's got everything that you want. Now I actually just gone ahead and removed everything else other than this pair of shoes because I actually have a couch in my Joyabuy warehouse and there's no shipping lines available at the moment for that. We're getting the talks to get that sorted. But again, we're just going to use the same pair of shoes just for the example of the video. But anyways, go down to the packing details section. Now this is a very, very important part of the process when it comes to buying REPs and getting your haul to you safely, because if you do this part wrong, you might get wet stuff, you might get damaged goods. Make sure you listen to this carefully. So let's go over what each thing means. Carton corner guards are just little black plastic things that go in the corner that make sure your package doesn't get dented and holes in the corner, etc. Vacuum packing is just mainly for clothing. It vacuum packs the clothing items or anything inside. I would not recommend selecting vacuum packing if you have shoes in your haul or puffer jackets because it can ruin them. Only do it if you have clothes only hauls. The next thing is carton reinforcement. These are just little cardboard strips on the side around the boxes. It's hard to explain without showing you, but I'll pop a picture up above. And then we've got waterproof and stretch membrane. This is a must every single haul, no matter what you're getting. This is the most important thing to select. So we're going to go ahead and select that. This just means you're not going to get water damage stuff. I always select carton corner guards and carton reinforcement just to be safe, but do you really need both? Not really. But honestly, I just still would do it. It's very cheap to add and it just gives you that extra security that things are going to arrive nicely. So once you've selected all your packing details, now we can go to the shipping methods. Here are the different options and different ways you guys can ship your haul, ship the items to your house. Now here in New Zealand, we've actually got quite a few options. As you can see, there are some stupidly expensive shipping options which we're definitely not going to be using. But if we scroll down a bit, we've got EMS options, which is basically the best shipping line possible to ship your REPs. EMS is super duper reliable. It is reliable anywhere basically in the world. I don't know anywhere that I wouldn't recommend EMS. Now EEMS is their more budget option, and EMS 5 is slightly more expensive, and if you've got a bigger haul, it'll say EMS 30. Basically it just means EMS 5 is under 5 kgs, EMS 30 is under 30 kgs. For me, I'm not too fussed and I would probably select EEMS. I don't really care about the wait times, but if you're eager to get it sooner than later, go for the more expensive one. But I'm just going to select EEMS just for the purpose of this video. And once you've selected your shipping line, you're going to have this little tab pop up where it says tax payment method and parcel total declared amount. Now what the hell does this mean? Do I have to pay tax? No, you do not have to pay tax. All right, no tax, you do not have to pay. This is just how much you're declaring and telling the customs what your parcel is worth. I've got a rule that I've been using since 2021 when I started buying REPs. There is no proper reason to why, but I've just been doing this whole time. It's been around in the community for a long time, and that would be to go with $12 per kg. So for example, here the weight of it is 945 grams. that is basically 1 kg. You can just use the automated parcel declare amount here. It is automatic and it's honestly a very reliable way, and honestly I would just stick to this because it basically is already following that rule for us. But if your parcel declare amount is way above or way less than that, I would go ahead and custom change each item to exactly what you want it to be. This is how you do it. You just change the unit price for every single kg. For us it's only one item, so you know we'd be doing it just for one, but for you might have to do a little bit of math using your calculator. So yeah, try stick to $12 per kg and you'll be sweet, or honestly just use the automatic one that has already been set here. The majority of the time it is totally chill as well. Now the next thing below that is shipping insurance. Now here I would definitely say a no-brainer, always cop shipping insurance. I would highly recommend though that you read the little terms and services buttons here. It explains exactly what it covers and what it doesn't cover. One of the things that it doesn't cover is if you put in your address wrong. So that's why I mentioned before, make sure you put in your address right, because if you put it in wrong and you paid for insurance and it gets returned, you have to pay for shipping again, your insurance isn't going to cover that because you put the address in wrong. So make sure you put it in right. But if your parcel gets seized by customs, if it gets lost or damaged, you will get a full refund in total of everything inside. It's honestly just a super duper cheap fee. As you can see, it's only $3.80 to add to it. And I would 100% recommend that you do that as well. Once you have done this, now it is time that we actually go to submitting the haul. Go down and press submit parcel, and it's going to open up this extra page just to double check you've got your address right. Yes, it's correct. So select that, confirm and submit, and now it's going to bring us to the next page where we're going to pay again. This time we're obviously paying for the shipping, and for me I'm not actually going to pay this because I don't actually want to submit this item by itself. But once you've submitted your parcel, it's going to say parcel processing, just like this one that I've already submitted earlier just the other day. And then after around a day, you're going to get a photo of all of your stuff laid out just like this, and then also a photo of it packed up inside the box, and then also another photo of it on the scale, so you know that they're not like scamming you and charging you for more weight and shipping than you need to be. But yeah, honestly, after that is basically just a waiting game. After about 1 to 2 days, you're going to get your tracking number, and that you can put into 17track.net. That is the best website to track the package from China to your house. It's very exciting getting your first haul, and also nerve-wracking because it feels so long, them days counting down until it arrives. But don't worry, I promise you, getting seized is super duper rare. I don't know anyone that has ever got seized before, and I personally have shipped over 50 hauls and I've never been seized once. So honestly, I really wouldn't stress about it. It's one of those things that just people always are worried about, but you don't actually need to really be worried about it. It's honestly really uncommon, and I doubt that you'll ever be seized in your life. I do really hope that this video has covered basically everything you need. If you have any more questions though, feel free to leave a comment down below. In the Discord, ask around. It is totally okay to ask stupid questions because no question is a stupid question. I'm really trying to grow this channel back because we've been you know what I'm saying, quite a few times now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this time around we're going to survive. Go leave a sub down below if you're new. Sign up, link in the bio. Again, you're going to support me by signing up with that link, but also you guys are getting that discount, so make sure you go do that with a link in the description on tjreps.com. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you guys put a wonderful haul together. Good luck, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.